Hi, Peel Drone. I just thought I would share this video making one of these distribution ends. If you find yourself with a build like this, uh, already 3mm connectors at the end of the ESCs, and you want to keep it modular, you don't want to cut and solder to distribution board. So if you want to replace ESCs later or whatever, you can make, or technically you can buy those. I believe Territ makes them. They look a little bit similar to that, but this is handmade, um, homemade. What you're gonna need to get this done, obviously the 3mm female connectors, and whatever the number I'm using here for a quad belt, so I pretty much need only 4. A pre-tinned 14 gauge wire, lots of flux, and one of those wrenches. If you look here, after I just lined them up, I'm using also the males just to create some sort of spacing, so it'd be easy access in and out. And that's it. So after you just line them up, you pull the zip ties really, really well, like as much as you can, and then make sure that they are lined up, like so. Uh, Somehow. Then next step would be, which is pretty critical, flux. I use this resin flux, no clean. Can get it from sale. I would just apply a little bit here in the seams, just between them. I would start with the top one. I wouldn't go down that much. It will melt down and flow. And there you go. Then, that being done, I would just hold this for some heat dissipation. And we'll just line that somehow where... Okay. Next step you would do would be also injecting some inside here, if you can see. And again on the sides and the seams. It's up to you if you want to fill inside, but that would just create more weight. Eventually it will happen anyways. A lot of solder. And then a good tip, let's give it a good clean. Pushing the temp here to 450. You need a really hot iron for that. Larger, wider tip would help. And next is just flowing solder. So I'll just start by adding this. And once it's blinking, I'm ready. I'll just touch on it and then just keep feeding solder. Again, the solder is not really going much except for in between, so you want to cover most of the areas, and it's gonna flow in between. The more contact between your solder and the surface is, the better. Would stop to inspect really quick. Looking here, you can see solder just started to flow. And the seams in between, you can see here. But I would say I would need to give it one more run. And since I'm getting that ready, I'm just gonna flux more here, one of those eyelets, and be ready with the tinned wire. Again, we'll just give it another clean. And let's reflow again. Just be generous with it this time. And then I'm going to start filling one of those connectors. Again, lots of solder. And I would drop this down. That's it. That should be good. Let it cool down. Look, please note that it is really hot. As you can see, the joints here that's made here. Okay. These are really solid. Again, you could use, I'm using regular solder. You could always use silver solder, which it's gonna improve the density of it, or the uh, how hard it will be, and connectivity too. But again, I mean, this is more than enough. Amazingly, the tie wraps didn't even burn or melt during that process. These things are really strong. So once this cools down, you just cut this off. Let me just get this. Oops. Here you go. Just unplug these. Still a bit hot. 1, 2. Okay, and here you go. Should be quite solid. I'm gonna test it. I did test the resistance. It was perfectly low, so everything looks good. Again, last thing, just cut a piece of shrink tubing and just heat it and bend it at the side, and you'll get this. Thank you. Please subscribe and see you.